So, hello guys, I am back from another video and today we're talking about what if Deku had the powers of the Doomslayer and the Ghost Rider. So yeah, in the last video, Deku, well, he almost got killed by Bakugo and he was in his subconsciousness, well, not really into his subconsciousness, it's more like in hell, where he met Blaze, being the first Ghost Rider, and also giving him the powers of the Ghost Rider as well. He also met Lucifer, being called Lucy for short. So yeah, he's now the knight, or basically like a servant to her. So yeah, let's talk about what happens next. So okay, Izuku is training at his like usual spot, which is basically like a forest. So after he finished training, he got a call from Lucifer. She she told one of her Ukabach maids to basically call him in. As Izuku says, "What is it, Lucy?" As Lucy says, "Ah, Izuku, you changed." Izuku is now like 15 now. As she says, "Wow, didn't know that he was that hot." By the way, she was saying that in her mind. She says, Izuku, I heard that there's maybe angels that are about to attack your place, and maybe some rogue demons." Izuku says, "Rogue demons?" As she says, "Yeah, some of our demons didn't really like my rule. So they decided to try and attack other humans by basically possessing them, using their quest to try and destroy the people, and shit like that." As Izuku says, "So what I'm supposed to do?" She says, "Just kill them. And by the way, here." As Izuku was thrown a hilt. As Izuku says, What I'm supposed to do with this? This is just a hilt. There's no blade." As she says, "Try and think of something. Like a chain." As Izuku thinks of a chain, as he sees a blazing chain with a hook on the end. As Izuku says, "What the heck is this?" As she says, "Oh, this is one of my old weapons back when I was still an archangel. I think I called it um I believed I call it the behemoth, but you can have it now because I have a better weapon than that thing." Azuka says, "Thank you, I guess." As she starts blushing a little bit. As Astaroth says, "Mistress, why are you blushing?" As she says, "It's nothing, Astaroth." As Izuku says, "I'm going now. And besides, the entrance exam for UA is starting." As she says, "Oh, right. Bye-bye, Izuku." As she blows a kiss to Izuku, but Izuku just ignores it. As she says, when Izuku leaves, she asks Astaroth, "Hey, Astaroth, can you tell me how to seduce Izuku?" As Astaroth says, "I really don't know how to do that." As she says, "Ah, come on." So Izuku, while preparing for the entrance exam, he's putting all of his weapons up and putting them into like their positions in his um in his like pocket dimension. As he was called to dinner, his mother says, "So Izuku, you've changed. Ever since you got that scar, you don't act like your usual self." As Izuku says, "It's nothing, mom." As he's eating like noodles or something. As she says, "I'm just worried for you, son. After you got that scar, you seem to be different. Like, you're almost muscular, even though you didn't like do it in a year." As Izuku says, "Whatever, mom." As Inko says in her mind, "What happened to Izuku? He's all different. Am I a bad parent?" As Izuku starts sleeping, he's basically training in like a mindscape type of place where Cage is teaching him how to like become a greater Ghost Rider than him. As Izuku says, "Hey, um, Blaze, can you tell me your real name?" As he says, "Yeah, my name is." Wait for a second, guys. Sorry about that. He says his real name is Johnny Blaze. As Izuku says, "Okay, then can you tell me your whole like thing?" As he says, "Okay, sure." He basically tells him that back in the day, he was like he was killed by thugs, and then a demon by the name of Mephisto says, "I can give you life and bring you judgment and make you get your revenge." As he accepted, when he accepted it, he became the Ghost Rider, the first one in fact. As Izuku says, "So I'm this I'm basically like your successor." As he says, "Yeah, sort of." I need a drink. Can you think up like a bottle of whiskey or something, or vodka? As Ziku says, "Sure." As he thinks up a bottle of like vodka, as he starts chugging the whole thing, as shit. Johnny says, "Oh boy, that tasted really good. It's been a long time since I drank like vodka." Oof. As Ziku says, "Yeesh." As he says, "Oh, by the way, have you like learned how to like make your bike better?" As Izuku says, "Not really, but I am working on it." As Cage says, "Really good kid. I hope to see you, guy. I hope to see you again." As Izuku says, "Hope to see you again." As he wakes up. So Izuku started preparing all of his things, and by the way, it's like 4 in the morning at that time. Wait for it. So Izuku started repairing his a broken down motorbike, which he found during like a after his just imagine like the motorbike that Ghost Rider had, but it's more broken down because well it's been beaten up from hell, and when it came back to the normal world, well it basically fell down like kaput. So Izuku started learning how to fix it, and when he finally fixes it, he started like celebrating. As his mother wakes up and says, "What the heck, Izuku?" As he sees the boy, I mean, oh, don't remember that. I mean, he she sees the bike as she says, "Izuku, I didn't know that you're planning to like ride a bike." As Izuku says, "Yeah, I just repaired this thing. I found it in the junkyard." As she says, "So, did you get like a driver's?" As Izuku says, "Yeah." As he shows her Izuku's driver's license. As she says, "Why you didn't just told me that you're going to get a bike?" As Izuku says, "Well, I actually wanted to make my own one." As she says, "Well, I guess I'll be starting up dinner. Just take a bath and then like put on your tracksuit so you can go to UA." As Izuku says, "Sure, mom." So Izuku started combing his hair, and and he's wearing and he still has that scar, but it's like not really that bad. Izuku Izuku also is wearing like the jacket that he wore that Johnny gave him. So yeah. So when Izuku starts riding on his bike to UA, everybody sees the bike and they say, "Wow, I never seen a bike like that before." So when everybody sees the bike, they say, "Whoa, I never seen a bike like that before." As some of them are asking like Izuku, "What is that type of bike?" As Izuku just ignores them, saying, just get away from me." I'm busy. So when Mr. Mr. Mike says, "All right, we're gonna start off the with the written exam," as everybody starts taking it, and Izuku also takes it. Izuku just finishes it really easily because he's pretty smart now. Because after that like coma struck him, he started reading about everything in like a demon library. So yeah, so yeah, Izuku, when he gets ready for like the practical exam, Izuku's basically watching there as Bakugo's basically in the back, doesn't want to like sit right next to Izuku because he's probably really mad at him, as he hears a girl's voice as she says, "Seriously, why is there only like four why is there only like four robots in the pamphlet when you're showing us three robots? I'm completely disappointed on UA because of that." As Shizuku says, "Hey, can you at least just be quiet, or at least listen until like that robot thing is like in the goddamn screen." As she says, "What did you say?" As she sees a young tall man. As she says, "Hi." As Izuku says, "Can you just sit down? Or you're just nothing but a little brat, a spoiled one at that." As she just sits down, try not to make him mad, as she thinks in her mind, it seems that we have a delinquent in our school. So when Izuku's getting ready for like the practical exam, Izuku sees a girl with with brown hair and chubby cheeks. As Izuku says, she seems afraid. Whatever. Wait for a second, guys. Sorry about that. So Izuku starts summoning out his portal, as all of them say, "Does he have a portal quirk?" As Izuku brings out his motorcycle, as he said, "Hey, it's not allowed for you to like use vehicles," but Izuku says, "It's a part of my quirk, you idiot." As Izuku punches the engine as it starts booming in flames, starts transforming into like a skeletal type of motorcycle with several metal bones into into it. As when it's finally transformed, they all see this. So when everybody sees the flaming motorcycle with a skull on it, they say, "What the heck?" As when Mike says, "Three, two, one, go." Um, Izuku starts riding in, laughing as his face starts burning off, showing red flames. I meant red flames. I meant black flames. And by the way, just imagine the flames over there on the bike, black or just purplish, I guess. As some of the heroes say, "What the heck is this guy's quirk?" As they see in this like file, it says that it has like a half and half quirk. So Izuku decided to call his powers, his Ghost Rider powers. He calls it um Hell Rider. So when the teachers hear that, they said, "Oh, it seems that we have a person with some sort of like fire quirk, and it seems that it also extends to his like vehicles as well, or at least like anything that he can think of, and turn it into like a weapon or a rideable or a vehicle or something." As Nezu says, "I agree, but how powerful is he?" But when they see when they try and see over there, they see almost all the robots are destroyed. As they see Izuku just to starts laughing over there with his skull, with a skull face. As they see here, he's holding a chain with a hook at the end. and it also seems to be on fire, or at least like it's burning as Izuku starts grabbing all of the robots as he starts stomping on them, as Izuku starts pulling up a wheelie, as the front wheel starts transforming into like a into basically like a saw. So it starts slashing through the robot's chest as it's destroyed. Everybody is basically impressed by this kid, but some of them are either scared. As Izuku starts out riding on, Ida tries to like catch up to him, but he seems to be faster. As she says, "What? How's he that fast?" As he starts like coughing, as Izuku starts burning all of the robots, saying, "Time to die." As he starts creating, starts like basically getting out his like magical like Gatling gun, as he starts shooting all of the robots. So after that whole thing, Izuku just transforms back as he says, "Whew, that was interesting." As Izuku sees a looming shadow, as Izuku sees the zero pointer, Izuku starts basically trying to say, "Huh, that's one big boy." As Izuku hears screaming, he sees Ochako under the rubble as Izuku says, "Ah, crap." As Izuku just gets out his chain, as Izuku starts transforming into the Ghost Rider again, and this time he grabs onto the face of the zero pointer as he jumps over there, and basically gets out this like gets out a like a spike glove. He's basically wearing gloves in the entrance exam as he punches into the face of the zero pointer as he starts punching it and punching it as Zuko grabs his chain using the hook end as he slashes the head off of the robot as it falls as it falls down, melting into molten metal. As Zuko jumps off as he transforms back, Izuku says, "Are you kiss? Are you okay, miss?" As she says, "Thank you." As she sees his face, one of his eyes is basically like covered by hair. As she says, "Thank you. What's your name?" As Izuku says, "The name's Izuku Midoriya. Are you okay?" As she says, "I sprained my knee, but I'm okay." As Izuku carries her off, as she says, "I really don't need." As Izuku says, "Don't worry." As Izuku sets her down in his like a motorbike, as they start riding to the nurse's office, as the nurse says, "Huh, it seems that her like knee or ankle is kind of broken." As Izuku says, "Huh, whatever." As he says, "That was completely reckless, young boy." As Izuku says, "Don't worry. Besides, I can just regenerate." As when he's about to say regenerate, the nurse says, "Why do you have a scar?" As Izuku says, "Oh, this thing. Just forget about it." As he starts getting out of there, as um Osaku says in her mind, "Oh my god, why do I feel this way?" So when Izuku gets back home, when he's about to like go into his door, he feels somebody tapping on his shoulder. As Izuku basically like checks behind them as he sees a shriveled old man. As he says, "Hello, my young boy." As Izuku says, "So who are you? Some sort of drug addict?" As he basically jumps back a little bit as he says, "I'm not a drug addict." As Zuko says, "Well, you look like you're shriveled up to the point that you're like depending on like freaking drugs." As he starts growing and growing, as he says, "Ha, hello, young boy." As Zuko says, your All Might. As he says, yeah. So, do you want to have my quirk? As Izuku says, um, yep, you're probably on drugs. As he starts moving, as he says, wait, wait, I promise, I'm the real All Might. As Izuku says, how I can believe that. And besides, quirks don't even like pass down. Like you can't literally like give somebody a quirk. As he says, but this is a special quirk. As Izuku says, ah, fine, and please make it quick. I'm just so tired. As he starts yawning, as All Might says, boy, my quirk is called all, one for all, and those with this quirk will have have their abilities enhanced. As Zuko says, no thanks. As All Might says, what? As Zuko says, no thanks. Besides, my quirk is already overpowered enough. Why do I even need a really strong like enhancement to my quirk? As he says, wait, kid. As Zuko says, no thanks. Besides, I'm busy. As he gets back home, as All Might says, I guess that kid decides to like. I guess this kid doesn't want to have my quirk. Oh well, guess I'll try and find Muriel. So Izuku in his room, he basically tells his mom that he's going to sleep, but he's not going to sleep. He's he's going to hell. So when Izuku gets to hell, um he started training with Lucifer, aka Lucy, and her butler Astaroth. As Astaroth says, so Izuku, as Izuku says, yeah. He says, well, I wanted to ask you something. My mistress wants to like as Lucy says, hey, don't talk. As she says, oh I'm sorry, mistress. As she says, don't mind about him, Izuku. As she starts laughing awkwardly, as Izuku says, yeah, whatever. As Izuku says, ah, I feel tired. Guess I'll be going to sleep. Bye. As Lucifer says, hey, maybe you can sleep in my state. As Izuku says, sure. As Lucifer brings Izuku to her room, as she says, you can sleep in my room. As Izuku says, sure. As Izuku starts taking off his like t-shirts, showing off his like battle scars. He's been like training in like in this like mindscape of sorts with Johnny. As she says, for mortal, he's hot. As Izuku says, what is it, Luce? As she says, nothing. As she starts laughing awkwardly. Guess I'll be going to sleep. As he sits down and goes to sleep. As Lucy says, can't believe I have him all to myself. As she starts licking her lips. As she starts going onto the bed. As she gets a knock at the door, as she says, "Eh, what the hell?" As Astrop says, "Hey, Lucy, we have visitors. The other lords, I meant mistresses of hell, are here." As she says, "Oh, right." So this is going to be in Lucy's perspective. So when he gets there, she gets there, she sees um the other princesses of hell. There's Azazel or Az. She's the demon of wrath. There's there's Mammon or Mam. She's the demon of she's the demon of greed. There's Asmodeus or Asmo. She's the demon of lust. There's also Belphegor and Belphegor and Beelzebub, which they are the respective demons of laziness and gluttony. As they said, "Oh, hi Lucy," says um says wait for a second, I got something. Says Beelzebub, being the demon of gluttony, as Azizel says, seriously, you're always freaking late, Lucy. As she says, yeah, but I am the queen of hell now. As um as Modius says, why do I smell a smell of a man? I smell something like a man, and it's coming from you. As she says, what are you talking about? As she says, I can smell it. After all, I am the mother of all incubus and incubi, succubi and incubuses. As she says, I don't know what you're talking about. As um wait for a second. Astaroth says, oh yeah, um mistress's toy is there. As as Buffgore says, oh, I didn't know that you're that type of girl. As Lucy says, I'm not like that, girls. As as Mammon says, I didn't know that you're that type of girl, but you're out of sin of pride after all. As she says, I am not like that. Besides, he's my servant. As one of them says, your servant. I thought I was supposed to have one. As says says Leviathan, being the sin of envy. She says, why am I not going to have like a freaking manservant while you always get everything? As Mammon says, calm down. You're such, how do I say it? A a hoarding bitch. As she says, hoarding. Why you then saying whatever? As she sits down, as she says, I always win. So they were talking about something about like a war between heaven and hell. As they said, hmm, so maybe as they said, you really think so, Azizel. As she says, yeah, we should put all of our legions together and make a full frontal assault at heaven. As they said, great idea, but you know Michael. As she says, shut up. I don't want to talk about that horrible man. As um Asmodeus says, oh yeah, your ex-boyfriend. It's absolutely funny. as as Lucifer says, shut up. As she says, oh, alright. So yeah, she says, ah, I'll be going back to sleep. As they say the goodbyes as they leave. So I hope you liked the video. Comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.